Hardcore episode 4, where we revisit Monday Night Raw from 1993 all the way to today. My name is Breigh, the Tribal Queen. Above me today is Mike Duplessis over here to my left, and then our good friend Husky Rhodes to the right. How's it going, guys?
Okay, how are you doing?
It's been a day. This was quite another episode again. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah. If you read the subheading on my box there, this episode's rough, folks.
It's a squash fest. It's literally it's a squash show.
I was so goddamn bored watching this episode. I was like,
it was so bad because literally every single match, every single one was a squash.
Yeah. You got to see motherfuckers from the land of extreme get squashed.
Dude, we'll talk about that when that happens. If you're out there and you have not watched any like early 90s Raw episodes and you want to know what an early 90s squash match was like, watch this episode. Because it's all it is.
Or any episode with Yokozuna on it.
Really?
Yeah.
I got some things to say about Yoko. Nothing disparaging, but we'll get there in a minute.
I mean, the first one. Let's just get into it with the first squash. Takanga versus Damien Demento, and I put in my notes, what the fuck was wrong with both of their hair?
Tatanka is a goddamn legend.
He Native American. He is actually Native American.
Mm-hmm.
And for a while there in early WWF in the 1990s, he was an undefeated star.
He had a Goldberg-esque undefeated streak for a while.
It was like 2.5 years.
Yeah, it's crazy.
And somehow he never got any title wins.
Yeah, what the fuck?
What?
Not even the IC title.
He never held a title.
Never in his career. He never held a title.
Not in WWE. No. You give this man a 2+ year fucking undefeated streak, and you don't give him a belt. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah,
that's insane.
Yeah, it's insane. It's absolutely insane. Fucking Damien Demento looks like if Gigi Allen found a gym. Like, it's insane.
He's something.
Yeah.
Brother gets out of the ring and he's talking to the fucking sky and shit. Like, what the fuck?
I still do not know what he is supposed to be or what he's supposed to. Yeah.
Dude, I remember seeing this as a child and being like, what am I watching?
Yeah.
And still, as a 37-year-old man, same reaction. What the fuck am I watching?
And Takanga won, and he remained undefeated, but like you guys said, for nothing.
At one point in the match, there's a rest spot. The fucking crowd is chanting, "We want Flair." I was like, holy shit, they left it in. Unreal.
Mm-hmm. Oh
they end up chanting that in a few Raws after he leaves.
Yeah.
For
a solid few months. They're audible "We want Flair" chant.
He's on WCW television and they're still chanting it.
Right.
Go watch WCW.
Yeah, go home. Go watch WCW then. Fuck.
It was just a squash, and then nothing really else happened, except Bret Hart brung out a $100,000 check for Headlock on Hunger. I mean, good for him.
Yeah, donation to the Red Cross. So that's awesome.
Yeah.
The board that the second group, not Red Cross, but the group that the NCAAP group that they did that with.
Mm-hmm.
I found out the reason they made that connection. Slick was on the board at the time.
Oh, really?
That's why he's in the ring with that. Because you watch that video and you're like, why is Slick of all people in that?
Right.
It's like
Okay.
Bret Hart, Vince, and it's like, yeah, Slick was like worked with that fundraising company.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah.
Slick was in the NAACP. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Nice. Very nice.
This next, I've got some thoughts about this. Vince is in the ring. He brings out Brutus the Barber Beefcake. And
What the fuck did this man say?
this was longer than all of the squash matches, I feel like. All
Oh,
of the
it
matches
was?
in this show.
He cut a 10-minute promo and didn't say a fucking thing.
So bad.
And it sucks because all those things truly did happen to him. Like it's
I
real,
know.
like,
I was wondering. I'm like,
oh
Yeah, the paragliding
He was gone
accident,
for-
like that's
he
all
was
real.
gone for 3 years
Oh,
because he had things
wow.
that just back to back to back happened to him. Poor guy.
Yeah, like
But
his
this
life
promo's
fell the
fun.
fuck apart. But
Yeah.
god damn.
like looking at his face, at first I was like, is this real or is this a shoe?
Oh,
It
no,
was
he-
real. It was all
Yeah.
real.
Yeah. Oh my
He
god.
re-injures it, and then at Mania 9, he comes out in a
He,
mask.
he comes out in this weird mask. It's
Oh.
like half Phantom of the Opera, half like Ultimate Warrior face paint. It's fucking
It's-
weird.
Yeah.
It looks like part of the Batman suit from like Batman and Robin.
Yeah.
I mean, I
that
felt
movie's
like he-
fucking 5 years later than that.
And it's red and yellow. 'Cause,
so fucked.
yeah, he goes back to kissing Hulk Hogan's ass.
Well, the only reason my brother got a job is because he's Hogan's best friend.
yeah. Yeah. I just put that was a powerful story.
Yeah.
I mean, it sucks. Like, I don't even wish that upon my worst enemy. But goddamn, brother, you could have shortened this to 90 seconds.
Easily.
You went on for I wish I would have taken like a fucking timestamp of how long this goddamn promo was. It felt like I felt like I lost 3 years of my life. It's
It was
fucking insane.
I wanted to
Rather
fall
watch the
asleep.
Brett match.
Oh my god. This is
Oh,
the next. Well, this was another squash, which I wish it wouldn't have been because I was excited. It was high energy. Owen Hart and Coco Beware versus Mike Sharp. And I found out Von Cruz, I don't know if that's how you say
Crush.
it, is Big Vito.
yeah, it's Vito.
Yeah. He was a jobber for the WWF for a long time.
Yeah, he got a payday from Vince for quite a long time.
So was Mike Sharp.
Yeah,
He was
Mike
part of that
Sharp,
company
same
for
way.
like 30 years. He
He was
day
a-
jobbed.
Yeah, he was a fucking he was a fall down man for decades with that company. Yeah.
And I
So-
timed this one because it was only 90 seconds.
Yeah, 90 seconds. So that was your first taste of Owen Hart, right? Like
Yeah.
you haven't seen any other Owen Hart matches?
Mm.
Just wait until we get further on in this show.
More
Yeah.
homework.
Just wait until you get further on in this show. You're gonna see some gold from that man.
Yeah.
Wait until you see
another tag
WrestleMania
team.
10. The match with Brett is fucking tremendous.
Yes. In a couple months, we're going to see Mania. Yeah, that's a great match.
Yeah.
But again, another tag team should have gotten a tag team title run.
Right.
Mhm.
Right.
Like,
They could have pushed them to the fucking moon.
yeah. I mean, I know Coco was the end of his run, but damn.
But still, he could still go.
Mhm.
Like, fuck it.
Then, man, we're just flying through. This says something about this episode. Next is Doink the Clown versus Typhoon. And I put Doink the Clown looks like a clown from the Killer Clown's powder face.
Yeah, he kind of does.
That was my first thought because he looked.
This was the
creepy as
longest match of the
hell.
night.
Yeah, this is easily the
Yeah.
longest match on the show.
And Doink the Clown won.
And good on it though, because like Matt Bourne is a fucking hell of a wrestler. Like
Phenomenal worker.
that, the technicality that he's doing in this match with a guy that size, that's just a testament to both of them, to be honest.
Yeah.
Like, I'm like, holy shit, I was actually fucking invested in this one. I was like, God damn, like, you forget because he's such this like off the wall character. You forget how good that man could actually work.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
Because I mean, for the character, I thought I put down like it was a good match for what it was. It was probably the best one out of all the squashes.
Yeah, and this one really wasn't a squash because I mean Typhoon got some offense in. Like
yeah.
It was pretty even, I'd say, for the most part.
It was the most back and forth of any of them. And Doink won and pulled on his tights, and
he grabbed the tights like right by his balls too. Like that had to suck. Like,
God,
I'm gonna fucking balls.
I wonder if they planned that. Like, hey, I'm gonna grab your tights by your balls and just,
my bad, brother.
or just like, or it was just like sprung upon him.
Yeah, just like grabs it, and he's just like the whole time he's just like, shit, sorry.
Sorry, I grabbed him. I'm sorry.
I owe a receipt when I get back. It's fine. It's fine. I'm well aware. Oh shit.
Oh,
what we got next?
And then we had the first appearance from Todd God, my notes are so scribbly.
Todd Pettengill, yeah.
Yes.
Pettengill. Love this man.
Love me some Todd Pettengill, dude.
He promised he was going to have Giant Gonzalez on the Saturday morning show.
God.
Oh my God, yes.
So happy we don't have to do that.
I'm gonna just to say I did it. I will find it somehow and I will watch it.
I don't know if those shows are on Peacock.
That's probably going to have to be a YouTube search, brother.
Yeah. Ugh.
Same with Shotgun Saturday Night.
Yes.
There's so much.
Giant Gonzalez gives me that Andre the Giant Memorial.
Yeah, they
made
did
me teary. I did not like that. With everything else going on recently in wrestling, that was not.
And you could tell, like, that company has always done good with video packaging. Even going back to that time, they had that shit down.
Oh yeah.
Like even for like fucking what 93? Like that's a fucking fantastic video package. Like yeah, it got me too for a second. I was just like, oh, I'm like, wait a minute, Joe, he's been dead for 30 years. Like yeah.
And then I know we're jumping ahead, but I did a little bit of research after watching that segment and saw that he got inducted to the Hall of Fame later this year too. Yeah. Which good on them.
He's the first person in the WWE Hall of Fame.
Oh wow.
He was. And he had just appeared in WCW like 2-3 months before.
Yeah.
His last wrestling appearance with WCW, I think it was a Night of Champions.
Yeah. He just did the one show, right?
Yeah, he literally did the one show and then went back home to France.
Yeah. Get one less payday before I go home. All right. Good for you, Andre. Get your money.
Yeah, get that money. Next, Yoko and Bobby DeVito.
Tony!
Oh, Yoko.
See? Tony!
See, this pops me in being Husky because Tony DeVito is a ECW and independent wrestling legend.
He's one of the Baldies.
Yeah, he was part of the Baldies in ECW and was one half of one of my favorite tag teams in Ring of Honor, the Carnage Crew with HC Lowe.
Oh, yes. Yes.
Multiple time Ring of Honor tag team champions. They brought the hardcore violence to Ring of Honor.
Dude, yes. Fucking shout out to Tony DeVito. But I put this poor bastard didn't stand a chance.
No one did. No.
And I will say about Yoko, the bonsai drop in this one, he did very, very safely.
Yes.
There are going to be some later episodes. Yoko didn't give a fuck.
He only did it to piss when people pissed him off. When
jobbers would take liberties, he's like Jeff Hardy's current Swanton. He's like, I'm killing you with it, brother.
Yeah,
you're getting all this ass.
A a few months down the road, he almost kills a guy because he overheard dude make fun of Mr. Fuji backstage.
Oh.
And when he lands,
just
his
squashes him where you can't see him.
Barely touch, and he just kicks his fucking heels out from underneath him, and just all 600 pounds of that motherfucker.
Oh goddamn!
It is brutal. You almost see a murder on USA. It's fucking wild.
that poor guy.
I mean, you don't,
Mr. Fuji, not poor guy.
Yeah, fuck him. He disrespected a legend. Don't fucking disrespect Fuji. Like, he'll take the engine out of your car or whatever the fuck. Like,
and then Hacksaw Jim Duggan called in and said he can knock Yoko off his feet.
Calls him Yakasuma.
I love Hacksaw.
I think it's pronounced Yokozuna.
Yokozuna, Yaka, whatever the fuck. I don't
Oh.
give a shit. Fuck this. Why am I calling in here? Oh God.
Another in-ring, well, outside of the ring, same thing. Ted DiBiase and IRS are being interviewed by Vince, and they respond to Beefcake's little story he had, and they're setting the stage for not the next week, the week after.
Yeah.
And this is my first sighting of Jimmy Hart. Who was like, don't do it! Just tell him, don't do it!
We can't do this, baby. We can't risk money, ain't daddy?
Yeah.
Teasing that Jimmy Hart babyface turn.
I fucking love Jimmy Hart so much.
This was hard to watch after Bray's death.
Oh, yeah. Especially because, I mean, IRS is Bray Wyatt's dad. So,
yeah. That is.
Yeah, it's like, oh.
Mm.
But fucking Ted DiBiase is so good on the goddamn mic.
Mm-hmm.
Best in this era.
Yes, in this era of WWE, there's nobody touching Ted DiBiase on mic.
Yeah.
Fucking so good. And this is close to the end of his in-ring run.
Yeah.
Like, he has, like, what? Probably another few months?
Yep. They break up shortly after WrestleMania 9. Then he goes to manage the faction of Money.
Like he is like the manager for Money Inc.
Yeah.
And then he ends up being the money man for the NWO in a few years.
Yeah.
And the first time I saw him was when it was Cameron Grimes versus LA Knight, their little feud in NXT. And he had come in, and Cameron Grimes, they were the $1 Million Championship and all this. That was so good.
An episode like this, for me, I loved because as someone who watches old territory wrestling, specifically Mid-South wrestling in New Orleans, Matt Bourne, Ted DiBiase, and Hacksaw Jim Duggan were part of a faction together called the Rat Pack. The best heels in New Orleans. So
which is wild if you grew up on just WWE, knowing that Hacksaw Jim Duggan was a heel anywhere. Like, you're just like, what the fuck? Like, no, that doesn't make sense.
He was a mean heel. They were the most vicious heels in New Orleans.
Oh my god, yeah, their work was fucking beautiful.
Then Lex Luger.
This intro
in the ring.
So distasteful.
It's so, dude, the fucking intro is so fucked up. It is so fucked up.
I've never seen a mirror in the middle of the ring.
I wasn't even talking about the mirror. I was talking about what he did with the woman.
Oh, I know what I'm talking. I know exactly what you're talking about because that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
it's fucked up.
I must have missed that part.
Okay,
they bring in an overweight ring girl, and he's like disgustingly like bashing her about her. Yeah,
I didn't see that part. I see like the what the fuck look on his face that says, "Fuck this company, Ted Turner, call me."
Yeah,
like you could already tell from the jump, he's just like, fuck.
Yeah.
God damn it. What did I do? Like, why did I throw away Ted Turner's money for this bullshit? Like, he was fucking hot. It was crazy. Like, I'm like, how the fuck? Like, there's so many fucking things wrong with this whole thing.
Yeah.
But
yeah, he bashes her. And he goes with the narcissist gimmick because he goes on people perfection thing. It is bad.
It is fucking awful.
It is the worst thing in the night. It was the worst thing of the show.
This fucking gimmick sucks, dude. It's so bad.
Only thing that would have made it better is if Bobby was out there.
Bobby on the house mic the entire time. Look at him! Fucking look at him!
It would have made it a little more enjoyable.
Yeah.
Like fucking when Leo Rush was with Bobby Lashley and he's just on the fucking house mic talking through the entire show. If Bobby Heenan would have done that, I would have died. It would have been perfect. But no.
Oh my god.
Fuck Lex Luger.
For a lot of reasons.
We don't have time to cover all of those reasons. Oh god. We're only 20 minutes into the show and we're at the fucking end.
That shows how horrible this episode was.
We could talk about some other shit too, I guess, probably.
Let's talk about Lex Luger, how much of a piece of shit he is.
Oh, I don't know. You know the half of the horrible person he is.
I don't.
No.
Finish the show and then we're just gonna bury Lex Luger. I don't think we can do that. I don't think we can do that.
No, just to throw us off. But you have the really good Mr. Perfect vignette.
Oh yeah, my favorite Mr. Perfect vignette of all time.
Yeah.
It's so fucking good. I miss that man so goddamn much. Dude, throwing the football, looking at the dude, and then running. It's like, yes. Beautiful. I love you, Kurt Hennig.
After the Lex Luger squash match with Jason Knight, Vince talked about next the week after's episode with the 16-man over-the-top rope battle royal and Beefcake versus Ted DiBiase. And they hinted at is Rob Bartlett going to enter this battle royal? So now I want to know if he actually does.
I don't think he does. But fucking the shittiest Lex Luger gimmick fucking jobs out the sexiest man alive, Jason from ECW.
By the way, yes, this is what I was telling you, Husky, where I think ECW was getting funded by WWF the whole time because we were just kind of a bunch of ECW guys just getting jobbed here.
Luckily, this was before Paulie took it over. But,
yeah,
it's like we got a few.
But Jason was working with the company at the time. He was a manager for the Pitbulls.
Yeah, he was. He was. That's right. Yeah, he was manager for the Pitbulls.
So like,
got to go do a job for Vince. Oh God.
Yeah,
gotta go be a jobber.
I'll be your fall down man.
I mean, he wasn't doing much.
It's fair. It's fair. He wasn't doing much.
But yeah, that's Raw.
This Raw was something else, dude. People, if you think when we're reviewing this that we're just skipping out on a bunch of stuff, we are fucking not. There is nothing in this episode.
I literally have a page back and forth full of notes of how, even though it was bad,
there's like certain episodes of Raw you can miss throughout its history. This definitely is one.
Yeah.
A few of these coming up, I feel like you could completely just skip. Just watch the pay-per-views until like 95. Probably.
Yeah, because we get the return of the whole soon.
Yeah, we'll be suffering through these, folks, so you don't have to.
Yes. Facts.
And this is my first time watching these guys, so
yeah.
Poor woman.
This is very eye-opening.
Was this your idea?
This show.
The premise of the show.
No, I think it was Dad's.
Oh.
Actually.
Oh, okay.
If he set us all
I was gonna say you signed us up for this, but
if Dad had signed us up for this is
why do you hate us? Kidding.
Because I joined them for an episode of WCW talking about the last Nitro.
Oh, right.
And then after that, that's how the idea got born.
That's right.
That last Nitro was awkward.
I know this isn't the topic of the show, but Payback happened yesterday. What'd you guys think of that?
It was
good.
So good. I was about to ask, can we just talk about Payback?
Can we do a quick rundown of Payback so we have some time? So we have some time on the
Might as well. Why not?
Dude.
I mean, this is gonna get out before anybody else on the channel talks about it.
Yeah. We're the first.
Yeah. So fucking Mike and I were talking about this before we came live on there. The tied for the hardest thing I've ever seen in pro wrestling happened at this show. For my first hardest thing I've ever seen in my life is, of course, Eddie Kingston, a bleeding Eddie Kingston with a can of gasoline. That's the hardest shit I've ever seen in my life. Tied with that is Kevin Owens standing up with a fucking Mario Lemieux jersey and a hockey stick in his hand. I'm like,
a bloody face.
Oh,
like, that swanton bomb. Oh my god, it almost looked like he missed.
I woke my roommate up because I was literally in my office watching, and I went, "Oh shit!" and he was dead asleep next to me.
Oh, I heard his legs fall. I heard his legs hit the ground. I'm like, "Oh god, is he okay?"
That announcer table got fucked up last night.
JD McDonough took the nastiest
blow. Did that poor guy.
Oh, yeah. So gross. So when that happened, I was in the middle of my fantasy football draft and dropped my phone. I was like, "Oh fuck, I'm gonna get."
Fuck that, dude! That was insane.
Yeah.
And
Zoe Stark's finisher, by the way,
is crazy.
So goddamn good.
That thing is crazy.
Dude. I loved that finish, by the way.
I'm normally not a fan of Zoe Stark, but after that, I'm giving her some credit.
Yeah, that feud's gonna be really good.
It's good, yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I ain't the biggest Trish fan, but she's putting over younger talent, so I gotta give her respect.
Oh yeah.
So what's your guys' take on that whole thing that's on TikTok that one dude said that fucking Trish Stratus is the Hulk Hogan of the women's division? What's your guys' take on that?
No, I talked to you about this. That is a fact.
Yeah.
Until the last few months, she put no one over and did everything for herself. Lee does 100 times better, and I will stand on that.
Yep.
Even though I can't stand.
I will say the ode to Victoria and the ode to Lita in that match was awesome.
Yes.
Yeah.
That fucking Widow's Peak finish was always gnarly as hell.
Widow's Peak is my favorite finisher from a women's wrestler.
Dude, it's either that or the O-Face from Athena.
Yeah.
That thing's fucking wild.
And also, shout out the freaking Mommy for doing a tribute to China.
Yeah.
Dude, those two women beat the fuck out of each other. And I was like, yes, this is awesome.
And I heard during, in the crowd, apparently it was mild. Like, nobody was, cheering for it.
Which is fucking crazy.
Which I don't get.
Insane. Like, dude,
that crowd. Yeah.
Like, they beat the piss out of each other.
They were all fucking still in shock that CM Punk got fired. And it's like, what the fuck is going on right now?
Yeah.
Yesterday was a wild day.
And also fucking Muda in the crowd for Nakamura and Seth Rollins. I guarantee you Nakamura went to Seth in the back and was like, "Listen, brother, we gotta beat the hell out of each other. Muda's in the crowd. We can't disappoint Muda. Can we actually punch each other?"
I'm disappointed by the finish.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Just because you go all out on that fucking. By the way, that entrance video for Shinsuke
was nuts.
How do you go all out on an entrance video like that and then drop the ball?
That package made it seem like he was going to win.
Yeah. They really, really took their time with that. I was like, holy shit, this is crazy.
Yeah.
Like I could have sworn, I was like, okay, look, he's getting this elaborate package. Are we gonna give Nakamura a fucking main event title run and like do something with it?
I wanted Shinsuke and Great Muta together on TV on a regular basis so bad.
Yes, please.
Like I don't neither of them can really speak good English.
People all the time. It'd be fucking amazing. Like
you could have just like put those two and then like an American manager, kind of like they did with Jim Cornette and Yoko back in the day.
Yeah, with Cornette and Fuji.
Yeah.
Like they could totally do that. Who's floating around? Who's floating around that we could?
I heard Jimmy. He ain't doing shit.
What?
Jimmy Hart. He ain't doing shit.
I'll do a job for you, baby.
Jimmy Hart putting over Shinsuke would be hilarious.
Oh my god, Muda's still working. Oh my god,
it would be so good.
I would cry. I would fucking cry if I just see a megaphone pop out of nowhere. I was like, yes.
From under the ring. He'll come out from under the ring.
Comes out from under the ring in matching gear with Nakamura. Fucking megaphone and shit.
Picture Jimmy Hart on a Komodo.
Triple H, book it.
Please. Paul.
Look at us. Look at us.
Book it, Paul.
Do it, Paul. Do it for the fans.
Have Sergeant Slaughter turn on America one more time.
Why not? Why not?
But let me say the biggest surprise was when Judgment Day got the tag belts.
Yeah, dude, that match. I mean, it was needed.
Yeah,
they are so goddamn over. It makes sense. Like,
and now that they have all the gold too, it elevates them so much more.
It will. The final piece of the puzzle is if Damian Priest takes the belt off of Seth Rollins.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I thought was going to happen at the end of the night.
I was expecting it too.
Mm-hmm.
There was a few dropped balls, but it was a really good pay-per-view.
It was, especially without Roman too.
Yeah. No,
it was better without him.
We haven't even talked about main event Jay, Cody, and
coming back and going to Raw. Okay.
And so Cody, I must have missed this part. Cody's going to SmackDown.
What?
I heard. I don't know if I heard it from like a dirt sheet. So I don't know if this is true, but it's made it seem like Cody was going to SmackDown.
If he goes to SmackDown and tries to go after Roman again, if it's a trade,
maybe.
I could be wrong. But
yeah, I don't know. But
I don't know either. But that'd be a fire little twist to the freaking storyline.
Absolutely. My theory is still kind of in effect because I think that they're going to push Jimmy and Jay to Mania.
Yeah. So they're going to hold that off.
Keep them separate all the way till like the Rumble.
Yeah.
And then
if you get Jimmy and Jay to have their own teams at Survivor Series.
Ooh, yeah, or like even if they're like the managers of it, not even in the actual match.
Yeah.
Let him cook. I like this.
Or in the Rumble, where they both enter the Rumble and one brother eliminates the other brother.
Yeah.
To win.
Yeah. You could do both. Like we could just tease this until Mania 40. Philly's gonna be lit.
Yeah, there's Paul, listen, you might never watch this, Paul, but please,
Paul,
please listen to what we're saying.
Please, Paul, listen to me, Paul.
Thank you.
We book better than your father-in-law has for the last 20 years.
Book that shit. That's good shit.
fuck, 5 years ago, I could have booked Raw better sitting on the toilet after Taco Bell. You know what I mean? Like,
it's true.
It's not that hard.
No.
Throw names at the wall and just throw darts at it.
No.
That'll be a better match than what's on. Book it. But yeah, so this episode of Raw was dog shit.
Oh man.
So boring.
I just hope next one's better.
I'm telling you, Bree, they do get better.
Okay.
It's like it's a weird hot streak. They go and you have a few really bad, and then some like a list of great ones, and then it gets cold again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's I mean, fuck, it's been on the air for 30 years. Like, there's gonna be some
duds.
There's gonna be some duds, and also this is the fourth one, so like,
yeah.
they're still figuring. Yeah, they're still figuring this out, and they're only paying their goddamn wrestlers $25 a pop.
And nothing in early 93, 94 is, worse than, Katie Vick in 02.
Oh my God. It's fucked. It's fucked.
All right. So we're winding down this episode. From the Tribal Queen. So Mike Duplessis, I can't point at people today. I don't know what the fuck's wrong with me. From the Tribal Queen, Mike Duplessis and Husky Rhodes. Thank you guys for watching Queen's Court. And see you guys next time.